Welcome to the Nitpicking Nerds, and today we're talking about adding things to the ban list.
That's right, we're talking about 10 cards that need to be banned right now.
I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm your host, Ken, and that makes us the Nitpicking Nerds.
You come here for daily content, and that is what we are here to provide for you on this very fine day.
Yeah, going on almost over close to 2 years now. We've been doing this every day, shorts, long-form videos.
And I would be very remiss if we forgot the birthday mention. Happy birthday to every fine young person there is today.
Yeah, whoever's birthday it is, happy birthday to you. And before we get into the video, we can't fail to remind you about our wonderful subscribers here. They make everything possible, as well as our affiliates, TCG Player and Dragon Shield. There's links down in the description below. You can go there, spend your money, and just for spending the same amount of money you would, we get a little kickback just because the nerds sent you there.
But however, the best way to support us is directly at Patreon. All right, so before we get into our top 10, we do have a very honorable mention. You know it, you love it, but you really hate it. It's Mana Crypt. It costs 0, taps for 2 mana right away. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if you lose the coin flip, you take 3 damage.
Yeah, we were thinking that we don't need to include Mana Crypt on the list because it doesn't really need to be banned. I mean, you got 40 life and you got plenty of time to interact with it, and it's kind of just like Sol Ring because everyone has access to it, so everyone can play it. It seems pretty fair. It should just be a staple of the format forever. What do you think?
Yeah, that's why it just really couldn't fit in this top 10 because this top 10 is exclusive. You just needs to be banned right now, and Mana Crypt needs further evaluation.
Yeah, speaking of exclusive, that's going to bring us into our number 10 spot, the infamous Game Trail Changeling. That's right, folks. It's 2 green for a 4/4 Changeling with Trample. I mean, most people are just intimidated by the stats alone, but once you look at this guy, you're in trouble. Is it a deer? Is it an amorphous blob like his buddy Amoeboid Changeling? Is it something worse? We'll never know.
Just simply too strong for the format. It really makes green, it edges green out above the other colors, in my opinion. That's just how strong this card is.
Yeah, I know. We really have red and white at the top, and I just think green is just gets nudged up there right before blue and black because of Game Trail Changeling.
It's just such a strong card. At number 9, we have Cyclonic Drift. 1 in a blue, return a non-land permanent you don't control to your owner's hand, but let's be real, it's never getting cast like that. For its overload cost, 6 in a blue, return all non-land permanents you don't control to their owner's hands.
Yeah, this is a great staple of the format, and the thing is, it's got some real feel-good moments, but I think it's just time to go. I'm really going to miss the times where I just tap all my mana, and then my opponent just does it on my end step, and then it goes all for nothing.
Discarding cards, such a great feeling.
It's like my blank slate. I just get to redo it all over again. Sure, they still have their stuff, but it'll be fine. We'll catch back up.
Yeah.
Moving on to number 8, the single most savage orc in all of the multiverse. It is Orcish Lumberjack. That's right. This bad boy is 1 red for a 1/1 creature orc. That lets you tap, sacrifice a forest, and add 3 mana. That's right, 3 mana in any combination of red and green to your mana pool.
I mean, we just can't say enough about this card. You tap the forest for 1 mana, so really this helps you get 4 mana into your mana pool. This is better than Black Lotus. Am I wrong?
It's definitely up there. And I mean, as much as we're going to miss Orcish Lumberjack being banned from the format now, it really needs to go because, I mean, people have been talking a lot about global warming lately. And just look at him. He's taken out so many trees. There's 5 left, people.
That was a good one. All right, so number 7, Aura Shards?
Yep.
At number 7, we have Aura Shards. 1 green and a white for an enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you may blow up an artifact or an enchantment. What puts this over the edge for us is that it hasn't been errated like similar older cards to say non-token creature, like cards such as
Olvar the Allfarm?
I was going to say Overburden.
Oh, Overburden.
I'll redo it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good point.
It's number 7?
Yeah, that's number 7 because 10, 9, 8, 7. Yep.
Yeah. So at number 7, we have Aura Shards. 1 a green and a white for an enchantment that whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. What pushes this card over the edge for us is that unlike similar older cards that has not been errated to say non-token creature, cards such as Overburden have been errated to say this. But for some reason this one has not, and I really don't understand that.
Yeah, and the other thing is that it's a May ability. That duality that just gives you the choice makes it really, really good, and probably
just never punished.
Yeah, if they printed out like an eroded version or a changed version that said like destroy a artifact or enchantment, so it eventually had to blow up itself. Sure, that'd be great. Eventually, it'd be gone, and everyone can move on with their lives. But we can't get past it, so it has to go.
Agreed.
All right. Speaking of things that have to go. This one only has to go because it shouldn't have been allowed in the first place. Speaking of things that need to go, this guy really needs to go because I don't even know how he got into the format to begin with. That's right, we're talking about our guy, Blacker Lotus. We all know Black Lotus and how powerful it is. This guy is similar, but better. He's a 0 mana artifact that says, tap, tear Blacker Lotus into pieces, and add 4 mana of any one color to your mana pool.
Honestly, the only part that bothers me about this card is tearing it up. I am very loving of my cards, and I am very remiss to see it go whenever I play this card.
Yeah, I mean, tearing it up certainly affects like the scarcity and like the accessibility of the card, but it's also an art form. I'm gonna be able to miss to just take my 1/4 of a Blacker Lotus and rip it into an 1/8 and then a 16th and just it's gonna be a hard feeling to forget.
Yeah, very true.
How about you tell them about our number 5 spot on the list here?
At number 5, we have Expropriate. Everyone knows about it. 7 mana, blue and a blue. And it's got, what does it say? What is the text? Council's Judgment. There we go.
Will of the Council?
Will of the Council?
No, Council's Judgment is another card that has Will of the Council. Cut that out.
And everybody knows what it does. Council's Dilemma. Everybody votes time or money. Time, you get an extra turn. Money, you get a permanent. And then at the end, you have to exile Expropriate. Thank God.
Yeah, this card, it just really needs to go. I mean, sometimes it just makes games go on for so long. Usually, I just wish we had the inverse of this card that would just end the game immediately. But when everyone gives them 3 turns, it's just going to, and they have nothing to attack with, I'm just sitting around waiting, shuffling my cards. I just wish I can go on to the next game.
Yeah, personally, I don't really understand the way this card was worded. I would like to see 9 mana be able to end the game a little bit better than this card can, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, in Conspiracy, when this was really drafted for, I bet it was a lot more fun playing with it in that time. Don't you think?
Probably.
Probably. Moving on to number 4, we have Worldfire, and it's a 9 mana sorcery for 6 red, another red, for a spell that exiles all the permanents, all of the hands, all of the graveyards, and the gravy on top. Everyone's life total becomes 1.
Honestly, the best feeling after casting this spell is just drawing your grape shot.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, I almost wish that the card said, as you cast this spell, search for your library for a card called Grape Shot and add it to your hand.
It would just be the perfect card. Then you have to draw 2 lands and boom, instant win.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe, no, Gut Shot, even better, right?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
You know what? Putting it all together, this is really why it's up here on the ban list. Because, I mean, so many things that just, like, really put people out of their misery.
Yeah, I truly don't understand why this was unbanned in the first place. Had been banned since, what, about 2012 or something?
I know, right? Wizards, what were you thinking?
Okay, at number 3, we have Void Winnower. 9 mana for a creature type Eldrazi. Players cannot cast even converted mana cost spells or block with even converted mana cost creatures, all on top of a 7/11 body.
11/9 body. You're thinking of Console Dreadnought, the 7-Eleven convenience store ship?
It's an 11/9 body, but that's not the important part. What this card says is pretty brutal. Your opponents can't cast even converted mana cost spells, and their converted mana cost that creatures. Oh, goodness gracious, that's so many C's.
That's right. Void Winter is a 9 mana 11/9 Eldrazi creature that says your opponents cannot cast even converted mana cost spells and cannot block with even converted mana cost creatures.
Special reminder, 0 is even.
Yeah. Tell us about why it needs to be banned.
I mean, just such a flavor fail, honestly. 11 power and 9 toughness adds up to 20, which is even. I don't know how they didn't see this.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the old Grizzlebrand thing where it's like, oh, it's like 7 power, 7 toughness, 7 life, 7 cards, 8 mana. Come on, Wizards. And
why?
And also, the only positive thing about this card getting banned is that I finally don't have to hear the joke anymore. You can't even. I can't even what? Deal with this card anymore. That's what I can't even. Right, moving on to our runner-up pick. No, it is our runner-up. Okay. Coming in our runner-up spot, probably one of the most provocative cards in all of the multiverse. It's Lucille.
1 and a black for a legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has menace, and whenever equipped creature attacks, defending player has to sacrifice a creature, and if they do, you create a walker token. Unfortunately, it does have equip 4.
Yeah, I'm really hoping this card could stick around, but I mean, all of the controversy and all of the uproar in the Magic community that's come over about this card, I mean, just look at it. It's incredibly high, unrealistic standards for women. And what we want is equality and happiness through the whole MTG community.
I mean, Lucille is just so amazingly attractive. I just can't think of how anybody could compare. Like, it's just too unrealistic for people.
And I know there's a nail in a bat joke out there somewhere, but tame yourself, random YouTube commenter. This is a family show.
Exactly. And coming in at our top spot, another card that has 3 red pips in its mana cost. You hate this card, or at least I do. It is Thieves Auction. This card is just simply ridiculous. Every time it is resolved, I just want to concede the game on the spot. If you don't know what it does, it's 4 and 3 red for a sorcery. You take all the permanents in play, put them in the middle, and then you just draft around all the permanents until everyone has them. And spoiler, they all come on your side tapped, so you can't even do anything with the rest of your turn.
Oh, man. Oh, boy, this card. I love drafting Magic the Gathering as much as the next person, but when it's in the middle of my Commander game and everything comes in tapped, like, my gosh, I'd rather just be Cyclonic Drift. The only thing I can say to this card is goodbye. But you know who I can't say goodbye to? All of our patrons here at Nitpicking Nerds who are scrolling on screen right now, helping us out. No, we can't do the transition like that because he goes, that's the end of the video. Thank you for all of our patrons. Yeah,
so we'll have to do it like that.
Yeah, so should we scroll down? Maybe there's a closing format section?
I didn't see one. Nope.
No. So the thing is, we got through everything, but we didn't have like a template for like. I know that like how at the end it was like, that's the end of the video. Thank you for all of our patrons for.
I was annoyed that I didn't get to mention that yet.
Yeah. Do you want to see? Look at the cards that we ended up choosing. Honorable mention: Mana Crypt.
Okay.
Your boy Game Trail Changeling.
Yep. Too good.
Cyclonic Drift. Orcish Lumberjack, destroying the environment.
Ooh, that's like up there with like the Crusade card.
Yeah. Aura Shards, Blacker Lotus, Expropriate, recently unbanned Worldfire, Void Winterer, Lucille,
yep.
And Thieves Auction at number 1.
Thieves Auction at number 1. All right, cool.
Did you like it?
So yeah, just for the end, you can just say that's the video, and then like do a special shout out to the patrons.
Special shout out to the patrons. Hang on,
Can you say the affiliate link?
Wait, I'm gonna type this down.
It's almost like you can just kind of redo the intro.
That's the end of the video. Take us home, Ryan.
All right, special shout outs to all of our generous patrons. Scrolling on the screen now, you guys are the ones that make all of this possible.
Yeah, and don't forget to check out our description box for our TCG player and Dragon Shield links. They're our affiliates that no, jeez.
Do you want to just take from the top again? I guess?
Yeah, I know. This is hard.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yours is hard, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you have the reps in,
Yeah.
it sounds hard. But
I know.
I've watched them record videos before. They take plenty of breaks. I'm sure not as many as they used to, but back at like their old house, back in the basement. Woo!
Back in the basement.
Back in the
Was
basement.
it just like this?
Oh, it was like this, yeah. And also be sure to check out our TCG player and Dragon Shield links down in the description below. They're our affiliates. They give us links give us money for you guys spending money that you guys were going to spend anyways. They help out local game stores. And also, nope, I didn't need to do that. I already had it fine. One last time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We got this.
Yeah.
Final take.
Yep, final take. And also be sure to check out our TCG player and Dragon Shield links down in the description below. They're our affiliates. They give us links for you to spend money that you were going to spend anyways, so they can give a little kickback to the nerds. All right, I guess the only thing left is a tidbit about our lives. Ryan, anything interesting going on in your life?
Yeah, I recently joined a intramural flag football league at the University of Buffalo, which is where I go to college, and we just won our first game yesterday.
Oh, nice. How'd that go? Was it?
It went really well. 27-8 was the final score. Out here dominating. You can follow us on Twitter at Buffalo Turf Benders.
And also, you can follow us on Twitter at Nitpicking Nerds if you haven't done that already.
But they obviously already have.
Yeah. For me, I don't got to anything going on, but what I really need is help from you, fans. I, as you know, have been watching Peaky Blinders, and as the show is coming to the end, and before the last season comes out in June, my girlfriend is asking me, hey, we should be watching a new show next. And I'm like, sure. She's like, let's watch Bridgerton. And I'm like, Bridgerton? I'm like, first I want to know, Fans, is this show worth it, or what better suggestion can you give? Give us a suggestion down in the comments below. And if that's anything. Peace out, Tribe Scout.
Peace out, Tribe Scouts.